guys, Kevin with Louisiana Snake ID out here with you again. Want to go show you a snake that we caught to relocate for somebody. It had bit two of their cats, and their cats are fine, by the way. But we went out and grabbed it. What we got here today is a venomous eastern copperhead, guys. This is an absolutely gorgeous snake. Look at the colors on this guy. Look how absolutely beautiful he is. This is a venomous snake, one of the 7 venomous species in Louisiana. This guy right here, the venom toxicity is less than a cottonmouth. It's less than a rattlesnake. So most time when people get bit by these, they'll be fine. There was somebody that last year I believe it was, that got bit by one and died, but he didn't die from the toxicity level of the venom. He died because he went into anaphylactic shock because he was highly allergic to venom to begin with. Technically, yes, he died because he got bit by the copperhead, but he died because of how his body reacts to venom, any kind of venom. Some people will get stung by a bee and they go crazy. Their bodies go crazy. Some get stung by a bee and it don't bother them like me. But this guy right here, like I said, it's an eastern copperhead. He's got the distinct Hershey kiss pattern on the sides. You can see one right there, one right here. He's flattening it out right now because he's scared. He's not too sure about the camera. He does have the cat eye pupils, but we talk about that on the page, that you can't rely on that as far as what makes it a reliable method of ID, because in the low light he's got tiny slits in his eyes, but as it gets darker, his pupils will dilate, and the pupils will round out, as the pupils do whenever the sun gets low, or whenever there's low light, your pupils open up and get as big as possible to capture as much light as possible. So that makes it unreliable as a method of ID. Another reason why you don't want to use pupil shape as an ID on these guys. Look, you get the back of his head real quick. From the back of his head, get right behind him, on top of his head. You can see that you cannot see his eyes on the back of his head.
There's a shadow. I know there's a shadow.
Okay, let's see if we can get this way. I'll move toward the shadow instead. Maybe the other way. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the good lighting for you. Maybe you can back up a little bit. You can still see it from a distance. What you got, guys, from the top of his head, you can't see his eyes clearly. You can kind of make out his eyes, but on a water snake, the eyes would be visible from the top real clearly. So that's another way to tell that this is a venomous snake, a pit viper. But this is not an aggressive snake. He's not trying to come after us. Apologize for the loud vehicle passing by. And he doesn't smell like cucumbers. The camera's right there. Are you on him?
Yes, I'm trying, but the...
Okay. Sorry guys, again, this is the first time using a GoPro out here on this snake, so we're trying to get used to it. But these guys do not smell like cucumbers. I've caught numerous copperheads. I've never smelled one that smelled like cucumbers. I don't know where that came from. Maybe somebody had a bunch of cucumbers growing, and that's where they would see them, so they assume that's where it's coming from. But I definitely have never had one smell like a cucumber. They will strike when agitated. This guy's not too sure about the camera, understandably. But like I said, he's not bothering me right at all. I'm not bothering it. It's just the camera's getting close to him, so he's striking at it. These guys right here, their venom is actually used to treat breast cancer. So that's one reason we don't want to kill these guys, but they do serve a good purpose, guys. These will take care of your rodent population. These guys eat venomous, they don't eat venomous snakes like cottonmouths do, but these guys will eat the rodents. They'll eat the rats, they'll eat the mice, and that's ones that carry diseases. And the mice and rats are often covered in fleas and ticks, so they carry diseases as well. So you want to leave these guys alone. If you need to get them relocated, just let us know. If we're close enough, we can come get it. But we want to do a real good video on these guys. All right, cool. I'm looking at the camera and the viewer, the camera himself.
Can you settle down?
There's venom all over the camera. He does not like the camera in his face at all. But yeah, guys, this is the Eastern Copperhead. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Louisiana Snake ID on Facebook, and LA Snake Boys with a Z on YouTube. But yeah, we have educational videos. We try to get up close and personal with snakes. We do relocations for people if they need it. This snake will be released into the wild, safely away from houses. He was too close to a house, and like I said, he had bit 2 of the owner's cats. So we went over to his house, promptly caught it, put it in a container. Now he's gonna be relocated somewhere safely where he won't bother anybody and nobody will want to kill it. So we love these snakes. These snakes are absolutely gorgeous. The belly, let's see if we can see the belly on it. People always wonder what the bellies look like. Let's see.
Did you flip over, buddy?
There you go. Take a look at his belly real quick before he flips back over. They're not a fan of being upside down, which is, they feel vulnerable. That's fine, understandable. I just wanted to show you this belly real quick. But yeah, these guys have the best camouflage that you'll find anywheres. I'm gonna take him over here real quick, and we'll put him in some of the leaves so you can see how amazing his camouflage is. So we're gonna carry him real quick.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this away. I don't want to put him, don't squeeze him too tight. Okay, bud. So just right here, in these leaves, I mean, look at that camouflage right there. If you're not paying attention and you didn't see it moving, you probably have no idea there's a copperhead right there. So always move sticks and stuff with a stick or a rake before you reach in there. Don't ever just grab into a pile of sticks to move them. Don't grab a bunch of leaves, because these guys will bite usually whenever they're startled. Meaning, like, I go to reach for those leaves right there and I don't even know the snake's there. The snake's gonna bite me, okay? So what you wanna do is you wanna get a stick, move stuff around before you grab. This guy was actually found underneath a bunch of leaves. We were looking for him, we knew he was there, but didn't know exactly where he was. So we got a rake and we pulled back some leaves, and we had looked in the area already. We couldn't see him, and then there he was, just curled up. So their camouflage is some of the best in the world. Not just in the United States, some of the best camouflage in the world. That's why these guys will end up biting people, is because an accident like that. Somebody reaches in to pick up some flowers, they end up picking some berries or something, and the snake is there. They don't even know it. Snake bites, and they realize what happened. Like, oh shoot, I got bit by a snake. But like I said, this guy is not, he's not being aggressive, he's being defensive, guys. He's vibrating his tail right now. See if I can get him to do that again. See what he's doing right now, he's vibrating his tail. I'm trying to let you know that he wants to be left alone. You see, you can get his eyes right here from the other side, this side, because you can see his pupil is dilated some, and his pupil is much bigger, much rounder than it was earlier. Okay, so that just shows you in a lower light situation, a pupil is not a reliable method of ID, and again, it puts you too close to the snake to be able to see it. So if you want to try to get close enough to see a pupil, you're going to end up getting it, you're going to end up getting too close and get struck at, okay? So you don't want to get within striking distance of that. But yeah, look at his pupil. That pupil is definitely dilated out. He's vibrating again. See how he sounds like a rattlesnake? That's another defense mechanism. He just wants to be left alone, and we're not, like I said, we're not going to harm him. He doesn't know that. We just want to let it go. Jeez, he had venom all over the lens just now. But yeah, guys, we're gonna let this one go. Again, Louisiana Snake ID on Facebook, LA Snake Boys with a Z on YouTube. Check us out, guys. We're gonna start doing live streams, and then we'll have some really cool videos like that, because that way you can ask questions, and at the same time we can kind of respond back to them and answer them for you guys. Anyway, check us out on Facebook, Louisiana Snake ID, LA Snake Boys with a Z on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, click on the bell to be notified, and on Instagram we have a page. It's Louisiana_snake_ID if you like to look at pictures on Instagram. A little bit. Stretching his mouth out from all that strike energy. Yeah, there's the tail vibrating again. Alright, one more time up by his face. Alright, guys, we will let y'all go, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys. You stop recording?
I don't think so, but we can crop that out.